3, 4 and 5 now for the feature race in Austin, and away we go. A very slow start for Callum Voisin as Motomo Miata bolts into the lead. Going into turn 1, it's Miata who takes the lead from Voisin, and then Martin's the top 3 with the Corsair, Ugachukwu, Ho, Kamara, Miney, Solov and Stanek completing the top 10. And a great start for Motomo Miata, who needs points today to keep himself in contention for the title going into the final 3 rounds. But he leads for the time being from Callum Voisin and Victor Martins, the top 3. A great start for the Japanese driver as he leads after the first sector of the race here in Austin. Yeah, that is a critical start for Miata. He absolutely needed that. Browning, by the way, is up into 10th place, I'm hearing. Made that 9th place as he sends it to the inside of Nicola Solov, and Luke Browning moves up into 9th place. The high-tech driver proving why he's looking comfortable to win the title, not today, but next time out in Mexico. But Miata leads with Browning in 9th, and more crucial points could come Browning's way. He nearly found himself an opportunity to get past Kirshimani, but he sticks behind the Alpine Junior for the time being as we ride on board with Luke Browning. Is he going to go for a move? He is going to go for a move on the inside of Kirshimani, and that is 8th place for Luke Browning at the space of a lap here in Austin. On board with Browning on lap 2, all over the back of Ugachukwu, and he goes down the inside of Ugachukwu, and that is 5th place for Luke Browning, who's all over the back now of the 4 in front of him in the battle for the lead. It's getting close there in a battle for the lead, and also the battle for 3rd. Browning has a look down the inside of Victor Martins, and Luke Browning gets himself up into the podium places. Amazing move from our championship leader, and he can now get after Miata and Voisin for the win. Browning's waiting for the right opportunity, and there it is. Oh, that's late from Luke Browning down the inside of Callum Voisin, and that it will be 2nd place for Luke Browning. He's now got his nearest rival in the championship, Motomo Miata, in front of him for the win. You can see it's so close between the top 2. This is insane. Oh, he's going for it down the inside. Luke Browning really going for it on Motomo Miata. Miata holds onto the inside, but round the outside, Browning, that's amazing for the Williams Junior, sweeping past the Japanese driver. He's up into the lead. Lovely move for Luke Browning. Absolute full commitment and bravery from Browning there as he made an outstanding move on Miata there. Miata though is looking to see if he can fight back for the lead. Oh, he's going for it. It's Miata down the inside, side by side with his nearest rival, and Motomo Miata regains the lead on this feature race here in Austin. These two are putting on a show on lap 8 of 31, and Miata holds on to the lead for the time being. Browning and Miata have had a fantastic battle these last few laps here. Browning has a little look. Oh, Miata got up. Miata locks up. Browning takes back the lead, and Voisin follows him through to take 2nd place. That was a big mistake from Miata. Browning's in the lead, and he's now got Voisin for company in the battle for the lead. Browning really needed that to happen. Miata makes a lock-up, makes Browning take the lead, and now Browning will feel the pressure from Voisin behind him in the battle for the lead. 2 Brits fighting for the lead once again. We've seen that many times before in Virtual F2. We have indeed, like George Russell and Lando Norris back in 2018. This time around, it's Luke Browning and Callum Voisin in Virtual 2025. Voisin will have the DRS, the slipstream, to see if he can find a way through on Luke Browning on board with Voisin. He wants to win, and he hasn't had a win for so long. This might be his day. Down the inside, Callum Voisin takes the lead on lap 12. Outstanding from Voisin, and he leads away from Luke Browning, Motomo Miata and Victor Martins. The top 4 though, still close, nose to tail, nose to tail. Browning comes in. This is going to be crucial for Luke Browning's race here. Can he jump the cars in front of him? Let's see Browning stop then. Browning is into pits, and you'll be hoping that this is a clean stop. Off go a soft tyre, on go another set of soft tyres. That should mean a 2-stop for Browning. So this could really hurt his strategy, Luke Browning. This could cost him the race win. I don't think there are any new sets of soft tyres available for Luke Brownings. I think that's the reason why, but he'll give it a shot anyway. Luke Browning, he's on another set of soft tyres. He will take the lead if he gets better temperature on his tyres and builds a gap when the others come in, but if he does have to make a second stop, then that will surely ruin Browning's chances of the win. But I don't think he'll care about it. It's the points that matter for Luke Browning. Bruno Delpino has damage, no surprise, because he is 10 seconds off and in last place anyway. Right, in the pits come Voisin and Martins. This is going to be critical. Miata stays out, and so does Lecorte. So this is going to be very, very crucial here. Will this be a perfect stop for Voisin? I think Voisin will still put himself in prime position to win this race because Browning needs to make another stop. And it is medium tyres for Voisin, so this would work out beautifully. Down that road in, he manages to cover off Martins, but he hasn't covered off Browning. And Browning should go through to the net lead, yes he does. But if Browning does need to make another stop, now this is good for Voisin. So he's pulling away from Martins, and he's in a great position to win this race because Browning needs to make another stop here. So this is going to be very thrilling till we get to the end of this feature race. Voisin for the win. It's possible if Browning does stop again. So this will get feisty. Miata finally does pit from what was the lead of the race. Lecorte stays out. Miata is in though, as is Ho. And I think that's Solov coming in, and Tramnitz too. Browning is going to go through in 3, 2, 1. There he goes. Luke Browning takes the net lead, and he still needs to make another stop, this Luke Browning, because he hasn't changed the compound of tyres. So he does need to stop again, Luke Browning. So Voisin is in the net lead of the race as Martins gets through on Miata. Miata's chances of winning could be gone here, but it depends what happens in front of him. Browning will stop again, and Voisin is looking comfortable for the win. Let's find out what happens in a few moments' time. Nicola Lecorte had fun leading for just 1 lap, but he's finally in the pits for what should be his one and only pit stop in this race. And there's Luke Browning about to take the net lead, and there he goes. Lecorte pits, Browning leads, and Lecorte will be hoping for some much-needed points for him and for the Prema team. Oh, it looks to be an engine problem, and it is, and it appears to be the Prema of Sebastian Montoya, who's got smoke pouring out from the rear of his Prema. What a shame for the Colombian-American driver. That is Montoya out of the feature race with just 4 laps remaining here in Austin. Mate, I've lost the engine again. Cannot believe my luck. Cannot believe it. So we're on the penultimate lap, so this lap has to count for Browning. He's got to come in, otherwise he'll get disqualified. He goes a bit wide, and he is coming in. So that is the win gone for Luke Browning, but he's decided to be a good boy and come in to change his tyre compound. He may be out of the podium, but it's the points that matter for Luke Browning, because if he wants to win the title in Mexico, he's got to give it everything he's got here. Off go the softs, on go the mediums. Voisin takes the lead as we're on to the final lap. Browning should hold on to 4th ahead of Ho, but Martins and Miata will go through, and that's good for ART in the battle for the team's championship. Hi-Tech will lose a lot of points, but I think that was the right call to make a second stop and lose the win for Browning, because that could be a crucial move that could win him the championship. Yeah, he's warming up his tyres, it's Luke Browning, to see if he maybe has a chance to get onto Miata and get on the podium, but I have a feeling it could be too late for Luke Browning. Yeah, I think it might be too late, but he gave it everything he got. He may as well have a go, but it looks like it's going to be this man who's going to be comfortably ahead and take a win that he really, really wanted so much. He hasn't won for a while, has Callum Voisin. I think the last time he won was Austria, I think, in reverse, or maybe Canada. I am not too sure, but Callum Voisin, though, is going to return to winning ways. He may not be in a championship fight, He might just be in it, mathematically in it, but I don't think he's going to be fighting for the championship anyway. So Voisin, though, will be back on the top step. And like I said, he may not be fighting for the championship, but it will be another win. He's coming into the triple right-hander for at least one more time. Rodin haven't won since Singapore with Ilya Chukwu in the sprint race, and they're about to win a few races later in the feature race with a driver who raced for them last season. It's victory for Voisin as he triumphs the feature in Texas. It's victory in the feature race. Outstanding drive for Callum Voisin, who needed that win so much. Victor Martins finishes in second place ahead of his teammate Ritomo Miyata, who finishes third. Some much needed points for ART in the battle for the team's title, and Miyata's points crucial to keep him in contention. And Luke Browning will have a match point in Mexico to see if he can win it in the feature race in Mexico next time out. Some much needed points for Browning. It should have been a win, but it is what it is. This sport can be cruel, but it might be cruel in a good way for Luke Browning. So much points in the championship, but Voisin ends up as your winner. An amazing drive from the British driver in the Rodin car. Let's hear from our winner. You've done it, mate. You've done it. Well done, Callum. What a drive. Yes! Come on! Oh, it's been a long time coming. It really has been a long time coming. Thank you, guys. Oh, finally. Woohoo! A return to winning ways for Callum Voisin as he takes the feature race win in superb fashion by the two ARTs of Victor Martins and Ritomo Miyata. Some crucial points in both championships for not only Miyata but for ART as well as they extend their lead in the team's championship. Luke Browning puts one hand on the championship trophy and has a great chance to win it next time out in Mexico. Christian Ho 5th ahead of Nicola De Corte. Nicolas Solov, well done to him, he finishes in 7th ahead of Rafa Kamara, Kushmini and Roman Stanek, who complete the points after that thrilling feature race. But yes, Luke Browning has a 62 points advantage. He only needs 12 at the end of Mexico. He needs to extend that gap by 12 at the end of Mexico to win the championship after that weekend. But if anyone can try and stop Browning, it could be Miyata and maybe Martins as well. But we've only got 3 rounds remaining until the season ends, and ART extend their lead, as I should say, by 30 points, to 30 points, I should say, ahead of High Tech. So 20 points they've gained. High Tech are still in it, and it's still mathematically close in a battle for the team's title. But anyway, that has been our weekend wrapped up here in Austin, and we're looking forward to Mexico next time out. Will Luke Browning clinch the title in Mexico? Well, you're going to have to wait till we get there next time out. So I hope you can join us in Mexico City when Virtual Formula 2 returns. Till then, it's goodbye.